G'day people. G'day people. Just a bit of a design, understanding wood and how to cut it and not cut it, and just some things I've learned over the time on what works and what doesn't. But your designs will be either you're an animal like shaped person, or you're quite happy to do something abstracty, which is, I'm definitely the abstracty kind, because I'm not very good at the final figure, and it takes the pressure off me a bit. So I start with the chalk. That's your most important. It's the most important piece of equipment. This is your important stuff. Put it on, wipes off, and yeah, that's how you design, right? No, it's not. Now, you've got to remember things like which way the grain's going. See that? It's because this fell over, and as connection point, find the grain, split straight in the grain. That was the flaw of my design. And the same thing happened up here, where here it didn't, and it hit hard. Yeah, so I learned that one. I knew it would be risky, because I thought that was a pretty good design. I don't know, because all I do is basically this here, the pattern of going like that. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. Is the pattern I use for everything. I look for features like a knot, and then I'll make a face shape out of it, and then let's go round and round like that until I've covered the whole thing basically. And then like this one, always try and look for the feature. The feature is where you're going to be able to base it and start it off, so you got a point to work from. Then I went round. If you look at my videos of just carving and you watch how it forms, you'll see that I slowly open up these holes and it becomes something. You always got to make sure you're leaving a bit in, and yeah, it's always fun trying to hope you're going to get to the other side without going and doing one of these, which, you know, where it's come through, but that's part of the process of learning, I believe. This one here was one of my first one, or was my first one on the board, and I was just doing just practicing how to use the saw, how the chainsaw digs in, how it feels. You'll be surprised once you've got a bit of a handle on it, how much it grips, and you can go slow with it with the battery powered one, and you can have a lot of control. It doesn't take too long to get that ability to learn that. Yeah, look, I'm going to leave it there for the moment. We're going to try and refine this and make it better, but yeah, I'll watch this back and see if it's any value to anyone, and we'll put it out there, and you know, if it has any value, we'll come back and do some more and make it a bit better. And so yeah, put any comments you like, give me advice on what you want to see, and you sort of got an outline of the type of carving I do. All my carving is of waste wood, like, and even for art, this is off the sawmill, and it's just a slither off the top where we were squaring up the log, and you know, I could just cut the whole chunk off, but it had this interesting, almost like alien face. So you know, it's an artsy thing you could sort of do. And this one here, that was just like that, a bit thicker, and you know, it's no good for anything else. So I just go same pattern. Bums are good, hearts, whatever, because as long as you don't go through, that's sort of following the grain, and you'll hold it together. See, I've come to a conundrum here. I don't know whether just to go a little slightly in, or what I'm going to do there yet. Here's a big one for you. If you want to, leave it rough and put colour in the gaps. Like, see, that was I painted the whole lot with spray can, and then I plane the top off to get the wood back out. And that'll cover like, the look of your roughness, but it is bloody rough in those holes. And then you've got to think about how I'm going to grind this out, because if you look at my other videos, you'll see I've got the angle grinder with the flat disc sort of thing, and it's what it takes really to get this down smooth. And I'm not getting it in there, so that's going to be a task for me to work on that. And the same deal is, the saw's only so wide, so if you it looks striking when you just put the paint in there, and it's a quicker result. But if you're going to want it smooth, then you're definitely going to want to make sure they're wider. Because look at this one. Oh my God, do you know how many hours I spent with the bloody hand and the bloody bit of sandpaper in there? Look, the cost on this one, this is my first one, and you don't want to know. I spent many nights just getting a little bit done, and I'm still not happy with how smooth it needs to be. And so that's definitely, if you're going to open up a void, depends on the finish you want, you know. I don't like it unless it's round, so even that back end, that's pretty rough in my opinion. I'll show you that right in here. You can see how rough it is, and unless you've got a better idea of how to sand it, tell me. And yeah, I'm sure there's a tool you could just grind it in there. And yeah, but you basically, this pattern, I've stuffed it up here. This is one of the early ones too. I haven't done many anyway, but yeah, this sort of pattern, and you've got to make sure you're not leaving hanging out bits. Yeah, so you learn. Anyway, once again, I'll say bye. Hopefully it's any help to you, and